Chronology and Family Life. Welcome to this in-depth training session on the key sections of the foster carer assessment record. My name is Anya, and I'll be guiding you through recording information about your history and current life, household members and lifestyle, wider family and friends, personality, complaints, and the formal agreements. Understanding and reflecting on these sections ensures that your fostering assessment reflects who you are, your lifestyle, and your networks. Let's begin. History and current life. Background and chronology. As part of the fostering assessment, we need to explore your life history in detail. This is done using a chronology, which is a timeline of key events including addresses, education, employment, and other significant life experiences. Each applicant should complete their own chronology. If there are two applicants, the first applicant should list the significant life experiences before they met the second applicant. Then the second applicant will list the significant life experiences before they met the second applicant. And then you will provide a list of key moments after you met each other. There should be no gaps in your timeline. Includes all residential addresses since birth, school, and education history. All employment with start and end dates, reasons for leaving jobs, and any notable life events such as bereavements, illnesses, or significant achievements. You should also include any emotional or significant moments of your life, which have helped shape who you are as a person today. This chronology provides context for the social worker and helps identify patterns, challenges overcome, and strengths developed over time. It also supports safe and informed matching with children who may have experienced similar life circumstances. Why this matters. Children in care often come with complex life histories. As a foster carer, your ability to relate, understand, and empathize with their backgrounds is strengthened when you've taken the time to explore and understand your own journey. This isn't about having a perfect past. It's about recognizing your growth, identifying what shaped you, and understanding how you respond to stress, change, or adversity. Example: narrative prompt. Here's an example to guide your reflection. When I was 12, my parents divorced and I moved between homes. It was a disruptive time, but it taught me to adapt quickly and helped me become more independent. As an adult, I now realize how that experience built my resilience, but I also understand the confusion and sadness that children can carry when their home life changes. Using a similar tone, you're encouraged to reflect honestly and deeply on your life's milestones. Addressing gaps. If there are periods of unemployment or time outside education, explain what happened. These gaps are not viewed negatively, they just need context. For example, between June 2008 and March 2009, I was recovering from surgery and focused on regaining my health before returning to work. After leaving college, I spent 6 months volunteering while figuring out my career direction. The goal is to help your assessor understand how these experiences shaped you and what you learned from them. Be honest about any challenges, relationship strains, financial difficulties, grief, or changes in family structure, as these all provide context for your resilience and teamwork. Reflective exercise. Once your chronology is completed, take some time to reflect on 1. Key lessons. What have you learned from your life experiences so far? 2. Turning points. Are there moments you would describe as transformative? 3. Patterns. Are there recurring themes, e.g., taking on caring roles, moving often, or staying in one job long term? 4. Your character. How do these experiences reflect your values, strengths, and areas of growth? You will discuss your reflections with your supervising social worker. Household and children. As part of the fostering assessment, it is important to fully understand your household composition. This includes not just who lives in the home currently, but also your birth or adopted children who live elsewhere. Each member of your household plays a role in creating the environment a child will join. We therefore ask for information and reflections on each individual. You do not need to list yourself, the applicant, here. Instead, include adults living in the home, including extended family and adult children. Also include your own children and any minors who are not your children, such as friends' children and others in your care. Include all birth or adopted children not currently living in the household, regardless of their age. For each, explain where they live, the nature of your relationship, how often you see them, and whether they are supportive of your fostering role. We ask older children, including those who have moved out, to complete a written reference. The assessing social worker will speak with all children. Description of each member of the household and children. In this section, you'll describe each member of your household and your children, including those who have moved out. Describe their personality, what they like to do in their spare time, how they're doing at school or at work, if they've experienced significant life events or circumstances, and any other relevant information. This information helps the social worker assess compatibility and understand potential risks or benefits to a child entering your home. If you don't have children, applicants who don't have children should review and reflect on the Sparks fostering policy, impact of trauma and loss on children. You should also look at the additional resources provided on the record. This helps to demonstrate your ability and commitment to learning about providing care to children. Reflect on what you've learned from your reading and share your thoughts with your social worker. Your understanding of children's emotional needs will be a key part of the assessment. Experience of and approach to childcare. Describe any past or present experience you have of caring for children, whether your own, relatives, or through work or volunteering. Consider what ages and needs you worked with, how you build rapport with children, your approach to setting boundaries, how you handle challenging behavior, and the joys and challenges of caring for children. Even informal experiences, such as babysitting or supporting siblings, can be relevant. Impact of fostering. Reflect on the potential impact fostering will have on your lifestyle, including time commitments, routines, and space in your home. Also, how might fostering affect your relationships? Discuss how other household members may be affected emotionally, socially, or practically. Do you need to reduce hours or make other adjustments? These reflections allow us to plan ahead, and it also demonstrates that you have realistic expectations of fostering. We want fostering to be a sustainable and positive experience for everyone in your home. Support offered to household members. Fostering is a shared responsibility. Sparks Fostering will speak regularly with all household members and offer training and support where needed. Household members can attend ongoing training, if appropriate, can be offered emotional support and supervision, and may receive advice and strategies for family dynamics. You should explain what support you feel the household members may benefit from, if any. We recognize that supporting household members is essential to building a safe and nurturing environment. Wider family and friends. We want to understand who is part of your extended network, the quality of your relationships, how these people may support you in your fostering role, and whether any support from them will be practical, such as childcare, respite, advice, or emotional support. Social workers will also compare what you share here with the feedback from personal references. What to include? Start by listing your immediate and extended family, including your parents, siblings, including how many children they have, your grandparents, your aunts and uncles, and any other family members who you see fairly regularly. In the friends section, include friends that you regularly see or contact, and neighbors or community members who are particularly supportive of you and may get to know the children you look after. Each person should be described briefly, including their relationship to you, their approximate age, how often you see or speak to them, how far away they live, and any practical or emotional role they play in your life. Example: entry, family, name, Yasmin, applicant 1's sister. Age 44, relationship, sister. Frequency of contact, speak weekly, see each other monthly. Involvement in fostering, very supportive, willing to babysit occasionally and offer emotional support. Example: entry, friend, name, Anna, close friend from university. Age 40. Relationship, longtime friend of applicant 2. Frequency of contact, speak every few days, see each other twice a month. Involvement in fostering may help with transportation and social events. Backup carer, regular support and respite. Is there a person who can step in to care for a child temporarily in emergencies or pre-agreed situations? Backup carers must have regular contact with the foster carer, fortnightly or more, be assessed and approved with brief checks, and undergo a DBS check and be referenced. Backup carers are not required for occasional contact or sleepovers, but are essential for emergency situations, scheduled breaks, or for short periods of cover, for example when attending an appointment. Backup carer assessment. If someone has already agreed to be a backup carer, we will need their full name, email address, brief background on your relationship, and their availability and proximity to your home. They will be contacted to begin the assessment process when it seems likely that you will need the support. Personality. This section of the fostering assessment explores who you are as a person, your personality, values, approach to relationships, and what motivates you to foster. This helps us understand your parenting style and how you're likely to respond to the emotional and behavioral needs of children in your care. We'll also consider how your personal history and relationships have shaped the way you form attachments, manage conflict, and offer support to others. It's up to you if you want to complete the quiz and write a few notes in each section, or you can wait for your social worker to complete the work with you. Parenting style. Applicants must complete the parenting style quiz that is mentioned here. Once you've completed the quiz, upload the results to the record, or send the results to your assessing social worker and be prepared to reflect on what the outcomes mean for you. This isn't a test, it's an opportunity to better understand how your instincts and habits affect the children you care for. During the assessment, we'll talk through how you typically respond to challenging behavior, your approach to boundaries and discipline, how you show love and support, and whether your style leans more towards being authoritative, permissive, or authoritarian, and what it means for a child who has experienced trauma. Personality. Your personality influences the environment you create in your home. In this section, the social worker explores your general temperament, communication style, patience and adaptability, and openness to feedback and learning. Your social worker will consider feedback from each other, from your references, and how you have presented during assessments. Choosing friendships. Who you choose to surround yourself with says a lot about your values. We'll explore how you maintain friendships, whether your social group is diverse and supportive, what you look for in a friendship, how you support others, and how you ask for support yourself. Attachment style. Applicants are required to complete the quiz that is mentioned here. Understanding your attachment style helps us know how you form close relationships, how you respond to children who struggle with attachment, and how secure or insecure attachments may have shaped your adult relationships. Dealing with disagreements. We all handle conflict differently. We'll explore how you resolve disputes with your partner, children, friends, or colleagues, whether you tend to avoid, confront, or compromise in disagreements, and your approach to rebuilding trust and communication after conflict. Empathy. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of another. In fostering, this is crucial. You'll reflect on how you show empathy in everyday life, whether you're able to see the world through a child's eyes, and how you balance empathy with the need to provide structure. Gender roles. What expectations do you have for yourself and others based on gender? In fostering, it's important to be aware of your own assumptions, to support children in exploring their identity safely, and to avoid enforcing rigid gender roles that may conflict with their experiences, beliefs, or potential. Goal setting and aspirations. What motivates you and what goals have you set for yourself? You'll reflect on your personal and professional ambitions, how you model motivation for children, and how you support others to achieve their goals. Loyalty, perseverance, commitment, and resilience. Children need carers who won't give up on them. We'll explore examples from your life that show your long-term commitment to work, relationships, or goals, your perseverance through challenges, and your ability to bounce back from adversity. Motivation to foster. Why do you want to foster? We're looking for evidence that your reasons include a genuine desire to support children, an understanding of the challenges involved, and realistic expectations about fostering. We will discuss what made you consider fostering, how you first heard about fostering, how long it took before you applied, and what you considered and expected before applying. Playfulness. Can you be silly and spontaneous? Children need fun and connection as well as structure. You'll reflect on how you play or have fun now and whether you can engage in play even when life is stressful. Positive regard. Positive regard means seeing the good in children, even when their behavior is difficult. It means separating the child from the behavior, seeing potential instead of just problems, and responding with curiosity instead of blame. Professionalism, partnership. Working. Foster carers are part of a team that includes social workers, teachers, birth parents, and other professionals. We'll explore your willingness to follow guidance, your experience of communication with professionals, your ability to maintain boundaries and confidentiality, and your understanding of fostering regulations and policies. Your social worker will also reflect on how you've presented yourself during the assessment. Complaints and allegations. As a foster carer, it's important to understand the role and process for complaints and allegations. These may come from children, birth families, professionals, or members of the public. Allegations can be distressing, but they are not necessarily a reflection of wrongdoing. All concerns must be taken seriously and followed up in line with national safeguarding procedures and Sparks Fostering's complaints and allegations policy. It's important that all applicants and foster carers are aware of the Sparks Fostering complaints and whistleblowing policy. Foster carers should familiarize themselves and their household with the complaints and allegations process. Follow all policies on safe care, behavior support, supervision, and recording, and maintain accurate and timely records. This would help them to avoid allegations and to cope well during an allegation. During an allegation, Sparks Fostering will offer access to an independent support worker. The supervising social worker will maintain regular contact to provide updates and support. Allegations are investigated in line with safeguarding protocol. Records are only added to your file once an investigation has concluded. Agreements. As part of becoming an approved foster carer with Sparks Fostering, you will be asked to sign the foster carer agreement and the supervision agreement. Foster carer agreement. Signing the foster carer record confirms your agreement to all the points listed in the foster carer agreement. Some of the points include that you will only care for children within your terms of approval. You will work in partnership with Sparks Fostering and other professionals. You will care for children as if they were your own, while recognizing their identity and life history. You will keep Sparks informed of any changes in your circumstances. You will follow all mandatory policies, especially safeguarding and behavior support. You will maintain confidentiality and seek guidance before sharing information outside the team around the child. You will notify your supervising social worker of any safeguarding concerns or if you're struggling to meet a child's needs. You will permit regular and unannounced visits, including access to all areas used by the child. You will ensure accurate, timely recording of the child's care and needs, and you will provide 3 months' notice for respite and have identified backup carers. You also commit to regular review of policies and attendance at all required training. Next steps. Congratulations for reaching this part of your assessment. The hardest part of the assessment, and indeed the most intensive paperwork for you, is over once you've completed the paperwork for this session. After you've completed the paperwork, you'll be allocated a social worker who will complete the assessment. Your social worker is expected to complete between 10 to 15 hours of work, and the details of this will be provided in the next training session. We can now return to the training session for questions and discussion.